Hi, welcome to Forest Rock Qigong. This is a 10-minute Qigong routine for better balance. I'll go through the exercises first and then I'll go back at the end and I'll talk a little bit more detail about the exercises. The first one's centering exercise. So we bring our hands onto a lower Dantian and we're going to do an in-breath for 4 and an out-breath for 6. We breathe in through the nose and out through the mouth. Yeah? So we breathe into the nose, 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, 4, and then breathe out to 6 through the mouth. 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, 4,000, 5,000, 6,000. In for 4,000, 2,000, 3,000, 4, and out for 6. 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, 4,000, 5,000, 6. We'll do it one more time. This is good to ground our energy. And it also activates our center of our body and our center of our energy. Good. The first exercise we're going to do is called Wild Goose Flying. It comes from the Taiji Qigong system. So we're going to bring our shoulders up, elbows and our wrists, and then we're going to bring our shoulders down, elbows down, wrists down, but the body's going to go the opposite direction. So as the shoulders go up, I go down, elbows go up, and then I go up as the arms go down. Yeah. So shoulders, elbows, wrists up, shoulders down, elbows, wrists down. We go the opposite way. We breathe in as we go down, or we breathe out as we go up. This strengthens our connection to the earth because we feel the grounding through our feet and activates the kidney chi. It also helps to increase our body contact. It also helps to increase our body awareness. Good. There we go. The next exercise is called our shift the weight and sway arms. Now this helps to balance the body. So we're going to move for a weight from side to side, and we're going to change the weight from 100% to that one to 100% this one. Go backwards and forwards, and then we're going to do the arms the same way, and we're going to do that motion. So you can feel the weight change, and the arms will swing from side to side. Yeah. Very good. This activates the liver and the gallbladder meridian. It helps to train the proprioceptors, and it's really good for agility as well. You can imagine that you can see the ice skaters doing this exercise, or part of what they're doing, or the skiers, or the Nordic skiers. So proprioception is the sense of position. It gives us an idea where we are standing. It gives an idea of movement. And it also sends messages to tell us where our balance is as well. And this helps to train these to a high level of awareness of our own body. Yep. Good. Now the next one we're going to do is crane fly south for the winter. Now this is from the Long Life Qigong systems. So when we're talking about balance, you're always going to end up doing one-legged exercise. And this is one. We've got a couple of them we're going to do. So you change your weight onto the right leg and you bring the left leg up. Comes up and then it comes down to the center. Balances one. The hands come up to the top and touch at the top. Then the hands come down. You change weight to the other side. And then the hand go down again. Hands come up. Hands go down. Good. So we breathe in as we come up. We breathe out as we go down. We breathe in when we come up. We breathe out when we come down. Breathe in when we come up. Breathe out when we go down. Breathe in when we come up. Breathe out when we come down. Very good. So this next exercise is called the heron stands on one leg. So this is about how you increase your balance, and how you do that is by standing on one leg for a period of time. Now you can do this in various different ways, and the idea is to hold this. Now you can have your hands on your hips, you can have your hands out to the side, and you're going to stand on one leg. And you want to do it for the count of 3 breaths. 1,000, we'll breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, and then breathe out. We're going to do it to the other side. Yeah, so stand on one leg. Breathing in, breathing out, breathing in, breathing out, and then bring the leg down. Now if you haven't never done this before, you can start off by just having one toe on the ground, so you're still standing on one leg, but you have your foot touching the ground, and then you can just take it off the ground a little bit. If you lose balance, put it down again. It's a practice you do, and you can build up by standing on the legs. You can stand up to 6 breaths if you want to. The stronger you do that, the stronger you train your internal stability inside your body. Yep. This is called floating the ball. Now you bring your hands up so like you're holding the ball, and you're going to turn to the side, and you're going to turn the ball over and come back to the center. Then you're going to come to the side and roll around. This comes from the Chen style Taiji system. We're going to go over, rotate the ball over, rotate the ball to the side, then back to the front, rotate it to the side, back to the front, rotate to the side, back to the front. Back to the front. And we're changing weight, so I'm changing weight to the other side, and then I'm changing the weight to the other side as I turn. And this is why this is good for your balance. It helps with the right and left brain hemispheres as well. Turn. We'll do it one more time. Turn. And we'll come back to the front. And then we'll bring our hands back and return the chi back to a low Dantian. Very good. Now the next one is called a Tai Chi warm-up. This is called spiraling the spine. And all we're going to do is just turn the body, and we're energizing our spinal column, but we're also energizing all the ligaments and tendons in our ankles and our knees. So all our ankles, knees, and our tendons are all nice and flexible, and so it creates our balance, of course, and our ankles get stronger, our knees get stronger, our hips get stronger. Very good. This stimulates the dumai and the daimai. The daimai is the belt meridian which travels around the center, and the dumai travels up the spine. Yeah? Also helps to relieve tension in the body. Very good. And the next one is called bouncing the ball in sunshine. This is out of the Shen system as well. And we're going to step up on one leg, and we're going to have the opposite hand face the leg and the other hand facing towards the ground. Step to the other side. Hand comes up, and we step to the other side. Comes up, across, and down. Good. Cross, and down. So we have the idea of the palms facing the ground, and this hand's facing towards the knee, yes? So it comes across, and it faces the knee. Very good. It comes down, and the last one, bring your hands back onto your lower Dantian, and we'll center our energy and restore our internal alignment. So take a breath in and breathe out, let the body relax. Breathe in and relax. Breathe in and let the body relax. Very good, and that's our 10-minute practice. So I just want to go over a couple of the exercises, the centering the breathe. Remember the inhale for 4, exhale for 6. So you inhale through the nose and you exhale out through the mouth, yeah? It helps to activate your awareness of your center. It brings your attention to your center inside your body. The wild goose flying, it's an exercise that needs a bit of practice. So you're going, the arms are going up as you're going down, and you're going up as the arms go down. So you can practice that. Just remember, shoulders up, elbows up, wrists up, shoulders down, elbows down, wrists down. That'll help make it a bit easier for you to remember how to do that. Great for the kidney chi. Shifting the weight and swaying, the idea of this idea of we're changing weights. It's almost like we're dancing from side to side. But we want to go 100% weight, the other foot's off the ground and the other foot's down there, the other one's off the ground. So it's not just going from side to side like that. You actually want to shift the whole weight so it goes across completely from side to side. And while we're doing that, of course, we're moving the arms are going with us. And we have this idea, we feel like, if you've seen the skiers, it's almost like you imagine you're skiing. Yeah, it's the same principle because you're going one leg to the next leg, and this is generating really good strength inside your calves, strength inside your lower legs. Yeah, doing this exercise. Good. Crane flies south for the winter. It's a great exercise for balance, also good for the liver chi as well, and the coordination. This also helps to calm the mind as well. So this idea of coming up and it's one-legged exercise. We're coming up and we're holding posture. Mind, this exercise become famous from Karate Kid, of course, but this exercise is a 1,000-year-old exercise. It's not something new. It's been around a long time. Hands come up, they touch the top. So we have the large intestine and the lung rotors. They touch each other at the top. Comes down, and we change weight. It comes up. Hold the posture if you can, and then comes back down again. Yeah, and then back up to the top again. Very good. Heron stands on one leg. This is a practice you can do, and it can take time for this. You can stand on one leg, and you can stand on one leg with your hips. You can put your hands on your hips. You can put your hands to the side for balance if you like, whichever way you want to do it. And swap to the other side, the same thing again. And you want to stand on this as long as you can, like this, with your leg up. Now you can bring your leg right up if you want to, up to you. Whichever way you want, how much you can do with that with your balance. It helps the ligaments and tendons and sinews inside the body. And as I say, you can do the hands out from that position out there if it's easier to balance than it is with your hands on your hips. Yep. And build that up. You want to, if you can stand on one leg, if you get strong legs being able to stand on one leg, that's why there's so many exercises in this balance set. If you can stand on one leg for a long time, your balance is really, really strong. When you've got two down, you feel like a fortress because you're so used because you can stand on one. Well, two is double well. Yeah. So move from that one, the heron, floating the ball. This is a very, very cool exercise. Now, this one will take a bit of practice. You hold the ball, you turn, you change the weight, goes to one side. Hold the ball this side. Change the weight back into the center, and then change your weight to the other side to roll it over. And you change it. So if you think of what the hand's doing, the bottom hand comes to the back, the back hand goes to the top. Yeah? The bottom hand goes to the back, the bottom hand goes to the top, and that'll help you to remember how to do that. Bottom hand to the back, bottom hand to the top, bottom hand to the back. We're changing weight every time we do this. Back to the center. Change weight. Change weight. Change weight. Change weight. It's great exercise, but it will take a bit of practice, yeah? What's coming up to that was the warm-up exercise, the Tai Chi warm-up exercise. So this is a great exercise for balance as well, because what you're doing is your ligaments are tuning, and your ligaments, your knees, ankles, hips, spine, everything's tuning. So you're getting the suppleness in all your ligaments and tendons. So they're just going to get stronger and stronger. And the more you stretch your ligaments one way and stretch them the other way, it keeps the elasticity inside your body as the ligaments, and you have this flexibility, and you want that. Yeah, and so we're going from side to side, side to side. Very good. And you can do this for a while. Bouncing the ball as a sunshine from the Sher set. Same thing again. This time the hands facing towards the knee, the other hand, so that remember the same knee, same hand is up, opposite hand face the knee. Go to the other side. Same thing again, same hand up, the same knee, hands facing towards the leg. This is another one of the single leg exercise in this set. If you want to, what you can do is when you change weight, you can bring the foot across and just rest it on the ground if you have trouble standing on one leg. And you can have the hand facing towards the knee, and you can go to the other side and just have the toe still touching the ground. Yep. But you want to keep, the more you practice it, the more you want to be able to get the foot off the ground and sit inside the posture. Yeah. And that's what we're trying to do. Sit the side and across the posture. We sit in the posture, we put our hip out, and we hold the posture. We move across the arms, do a circle, across the other side. Yeah. Other side, across the other side, then back to the center. Now from here, we put our hands back on the lower dantian and we bring all the energy we've been moving around inside our body and we bring it back to the lower dantian. Yeah? So it sits back in the lower dantian and it's confirmed inside here. It strengthens your center and restores the internal alignment. So it brings your energy back into the center, comes out of the arms, out of the legs, sits back in here, and the body goes and just relax and feel your body settling down. And you feel that energy going into your legs and you can feel the strength of your posture and your balance inside that place. Take a long breath in, long breath out, and just relax. Very good. And that's all you need to do. Very good. If you have any questions about these exercises, please ask. These exercises are very good for your balance. But as I say, there's 3 one-legged exercises where you stand on one leg, and this is the key to balance. The more you can do one leg, the easier it is to do two. So I hope you find them useful. As I say, if you have any questions, please ask.